Manchester United and Arsenal target Victor Gyokeres has reportedly told Sporting that he won't play for them again.
Sporting president Federico Varandas has denied there is a gentleman's agreement to let Gyokeres leave the club for £59 million this summer. Reports in Portugal claim Gyokeres is disappointed. The club have not kept their promise. Sporting president Varandas says he has guaranteed Gyokeres that he can leave for less than his £84 million release clause, but made clear there will be an open negotiation for the 27-year-old.
Talk Arsenal then. Thierry Henry last week or the week before piled in on Mikel Arteta, said they were nowhere near, they didn't challenge at any stage. How busy have Arsenal got to be, Mark, for them to challenge next season?
It feels like they've been close for so long, but they've not had that piece of Thierry Henry magic. That one player, particularly in an attacking third, you know, we've got, you know, Bukayo Saka there who is exceptional, but when he was out injured, you really felt like where were the goals going to come from? It's the one position that Arsenal fans have been crying out for them to strengthen over the course of the last, 2-3 transfer windows, really. And it feels like if Arsenal had that out-and-out number 9, they may be in a very different position to where they are now.
Right, let me throw some names at you then. Gyokeres,
yep.
Sesko,
yep.
Osimhen.
Yep.
Which one?
Right, I'll tell you what, let's go with Benjamin Sesko, 22 years old, someone that's been in the Red Bull group, just 13 goals and assists last season for RB Leipzig, someone that has undoubted quality. A couple of windows ago, he was linked with Real Madrid. Real Madrid were keeping tabs on him, someone that was really, really on the radar for a number of clubs. This is a deal that's been described to me as a cheaper deal than the other player you mentioned, or the other two players you mentioned, Victor Gyokeres and Osimhen as well. Now, the problem with Victor Gyokeres is he's 27 years old tomorrow, and now football clubs look at deals and they say, right, if we're going to invest 60, 70, 80 million pounds plus agents' fees and wages on this kind of a player, what are we going to get back in 3 or 4 years down the line?
Well, some goals.
Hopefully some goals, but at 27 years old, the chances of you flogging him on for 40 or 50 million in 4 or 5 years' time is very, very slim. But Victor Gyokeres, a player I absolutely adore. I love watching him on loan at Coventry. I love watching him play for Coventry before he went to Sporting. Last season, 46 goals and assists just in the league, 7 in the Champions League. He is going to guarantee you goals. Will he guarantee them in the Premier League is the big question. But no question, he is another player that is on the radar of Arsenal. Osimhen, another good player, another goal scorer, but hefty wages, and that's a big investment as well. So that's the 3 that Arsenal are linked to at the moment. There could be 1 or 2 others, but do Arsenal have the transfer funds to go and spend 120 million on one player?
You tell me.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
Really?
No. I think they have to be a little bit more clever. I think Mikel Arteta has spent, best part of £1 billion over the last 5 years on players, and all they've done is got to second.
Got close, yeah.
They've got close. They've been outstanding. They've been on this really good journey and this really good project. But ultimately, Newcastle, Palace, these teams are judged on silverware in the cabinet, particularly for Arsenal. Just doing well, just finishing second is not good enough.
They will sign a striker. It depends who it's going to be. I think it's going to be between those 2 options. And there are internal discussions ongoing right now between Gyokeres and Sesko. I don't think they'll be going for Osimhen. And Mark's so right, there's the 2 options there. I think Arsenal fans want the finished product, I think, right now. You've got Sesko's 22, he's got a modest goal-scoring record, but you look at what Gyokeres has done at Sporting Lisbon, 97 goals in 102 matches for the club. There was an argument, there was a report that there's a slight difference of opinion in terms of who Andrea Berta, the new sporting director, wants and who Mikel Arteta wants. But Mikel Arteta spoke to us a couple of weeks ago and said, that's not the case. We're on the same hymn sheet. We know what we're going to do. It's going to be a big summer of recruitment. But I think when you look at Arsenal this season in the Premier League, their highest goal scorer in the Premier League was Kai Havertz with 9 goals. And he missed 3 months of the football. They will sign a striker. Gyokeres feels like the finished article. I think that's what Arsenal fans would want right now. Sesko could go on and have a massive high ceiling. They will sign someone. But I think Arsenal fans want to see a bit of action now because you can see the other clubs have been so busy already in the first few days of this transfer window.
And I hate to mention it, but that lot down the road won a trophy, didn't they?
What lot?
That lot. All right, we're going to take a break.
We're away. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, Mikel Arteta's search for number 9 continues. Victor Gyokeres and Benjamin Sesko have both been linked with a move to the Emirates, but as of yet, no significant...
This is what he had to say. I think the first thing is, where are you happy? Where you feel at home? And then what is your objective? What do you want to achieve next? There are lots of things you have to look at now, where your family will be happy. These are the things you have to look at. When you were young, you just go anywhere. He was then asked directly if he would be staying at Arsenal. He said, "I can't decide anything. It's up to my agent and the club. Me, I just want to enjoy football."